live in a world where bigger is better. And as vast as our oceans and seas are, they serve no exception to the man-made giants built over time to dominate our Earth's waters. There's something about artificial objects submerged within the murky depths of bodies of liquid that is simultaneously intriguing and gut-wrenching all at the same time. Haunting sunken ships, stilted oil rigs reaching depths unknown to the eye, powerful propellers the size of a house, all nesting in the deep darkness of the black abyss. If you didn't have submechanophobia before, the deep irrational fear of submerged underwater objects, you will now. Here are 8 massive man-made objects at sea you didn't know you were afraid of. 8. SSCV Thialf. Transporting large things requires even larger alloys, and nothing moves big stuff offshore better than a colossal crane vessel. The SSCV Thialf, who in Norse mythology was one of 2 servants to Thor, is the largest of its kind ever made, and it can lift a remarkable 14,200 tons in weight with its 2 combined cranes. The semi-submersible machine was constructed in 1985 and is now operated by Hareema Marine Contractors, who gained ownership of the vessel in 1997. Notable projects include installing the pylon of the Erasmus bridge in 1995 and its 2009 involvement with the Alpha Ventus project, the first German offshore wind farm. 7. The Statue of Liberty. Let's not overlook Lady Liberty, a neoclassical engineering wonder bestowed with grace from the French in 1886. Gustave Eiffel, of the famed Eiffel Tower, was the genius who formulated the copper framework, and today the sculpture looms over Liberty Island in the New York Harbor. A national icon of freedom for the United States, the robed woman bearing the likeness of a Roman goddess stands 305 feet tall, all from the ground straight up to a blazing torch. The marvel is proudly one of the largest man-made structures standing guard against the open sea today. Before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to What Lurks Below and hit the bell to get notified of future video releases, such as this one. 6. Propellers. Ships so titanic they earn the name Titanic couldn't function without those enormous revolving shafts with angled blades meant to pierce through the water with precision and force. Propellers, engineering sensations which grant the aggression necessary to propel gigantic ships across the globe. One such vessel in particular, the Hapag-Lloyd-owned container ship, is considered to hold one of the largest ship propellers ever built. This 6-bladed monstrosity is 30 feet in diameter and weighs 101.5 tons. Its height is comparable to a 3-story building, making this mass of steel easily one of the biggest ship propellers in the world. To surpass this stunner is the MAERSK, a true modern marvel driven by a mammoth bronze propeller and the largest diesel engine ever manufactured. The craft is currently the world's largest container ship, as well as the longest, at 1,302 feet long. She is unstoppable, even surviving a massive fire during the final phase of construction. An inferno so large, it would have been enough to take out an entire neighborhood. Now, the propensity of her impressive 6-blade propeller measures 31 feet in diameter, allowing the beauty to charge ahead at 27 knots. 5. TI-class supertankers. Today, a new class of supertankers roar through our waters. The TI class of petroleum oilers currently stand as the 4 largest ships in the world. These series include the following ships: TI Asia, TI Europe, TI Africa, and TI Oceania. TI meaning VLCC Tanker Pool Operator Tankers International. These beasts are the first ultra-large crude carriers to be built in the past 25 years, with a capability of transferring over 440,000 tons using phenomenal capacity and speed, never dipping below 16 to 20 knots. Their dimensions span 1,540 feet, and these monsters can haul an astronomical 503,409,900 litres of oil. 4. The Royal Caribbean Cruise Ship. Robot bartenders, a massive ice rink, and zip lines which rip across the expansive decks. What more could one want from a vacation out at sea? But the Royal Caribbean Cruise Ship, size really does matter. And this colossal craft, aptly called Symphony of the Seas, sweetly sings her way across the world, bearing 228,081 tons of steel. She easily is deemed the world's largest and most impressive cruise ship. Debuting in 2008, the vessel holds 42 bars and lounges and 22 restaurants, boasting the finest cuisines, all spanning a deck 1,188 feet in length, with a width of 215 feet. Other features include merry-go-rounds, family suites equipped with in-room tube slides, and a water attraction which boasts a gut-wrenching 92 feet drop. 3. PRELUDE FLNG. The PRELUDE FLNG exudes the true meaning of the word large, in two forms. First, it is the world's largest floating liquefied natural gas platform, as well as the biggest offshore facility ever built. Owned by the global enterprise of energy and petrochemicals, Shell, the double-hulled structure was built by South Korean titans Technip Samsung and placed off the Fremantle coast of Australia. The beauty is a steel beast with a length of 1,601 feet long, 243 feet wide, and a weight of 600,000 tons. What's more, it takes a crew of almost 300 to manage the PRELUDE FLNG, a structure that is 150 feet longer than the Empire State Building is high. 2. The Troll A platform. This is one of those monstrosities you see, and can't help but wonder how far down into the sea the massive legs go. How eerie to be at the bottom of the ocean floor and come face to face with a massive set of concrete pillars plummeting straight from above. The Troll A platform was the largest object ever to be moved by man across the surface of the Earth when it was towed into the North Sea in 1996. Now the monstrosity is a majestic piece of design and construction, serving as a natural gas platform in the Troll gas field off the west coast of Norway. The structure stands at 1,550 feet tall, weighs 683,600 tons, and has a platform that stands on the seafloor 994 feet from the surface. Vacuum anchors secure the structure to the muddy seabed beneath. 1. SEAWISE Giant. The largest moving object ever built also happened to be the biggest ship in the world, and a vessel bearing many names. SEAWISE Giant, also known as Happy Giant, JAHRE Viking, and Mont, among others, was a ULCC supertanker built in 1974 by Sumitomo Heavy Industries, Yokosuka, Japan. The longest craft ever constructed, the SEAWISE Giant possessed the greatest deadweight tonnage on record, with an astounding 564,763 metric tons to her name. Spanning an incredible 1,504 feet, the majestic Sea Maiden was thus wider and longer than 1.5 times the size of an American aircraft carrier. The SEAWISE Giant was able to withstand many passages to and from the United States and the Middle East, whilst transporting mass amounts of petroleum. Unfortunately, she was not able to survive the Iran-Iraq War of 1988. She was attacked and sank, and due to the immense size of the craft, coupled with the bulk of its contents lost, the event was considered the world's biggest shipwreck. Not until she was pulled out of the water and repaired by a Norwegian consortium that the oil tanker was given a new name and a new opportunity. The vessel traded hands for several years, until finally, in 2010, she succumbed to her fate and was dismantled for scraps, a task that required the help of 18,000 workers. Which of these man-made objects do you find most impressive? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to What Lurks Below.